Hey guys, and welcome to another video from your favorite space pirate, Dread Captain James. Today's video is pretty quick, and it's a fun thing you can do in Starfield. Unfortunately, this will only work on the PC side of things since we're going to be using console commands. That's confusing, but bear with me, I think you'll get a kick out of it. I'm going to show you how you can create your own legendary weapons without needing mods or doing anything too crazy, so stick with me and try it out for yourself. Legendary gear is something we all understand to be the best of the best, and in Starfield, it means that this is a piece of gear with 3 slotted abilities to add bonuses. These can be anything like a percentage reduction to incoming ballistic damage, or adding a perk that makes you invisible when you crouch, just to name a few. Gear comes in a few different categories: normal, which is portrayed in white, rare in blue, epic, which is purple, and legendary, which is gold. A legendary has 3 of these perks built in. What makes this trick really cool is we can pick whatever piece of gear we want and add those perks ourselves to create our very own custom tailored legendary gear. I know you're asking yourself, is this cheating? Yes it is. But the bigger question is, do you care? Well, ultimately that's going to be a you thing, and I'm not going to tell you how you should have your fun. So I'm going to give you this information regardless. I personally think it is fun and exciting. All that said, we're going to perform this on a weapon and on a spacesuit to show how it works, and I'll list every command code that you will need to enter, so fear not. Alright, to start it off, you're going to need a weapon, a suit, a helmet, or a boost pack. You can use one that you already have, or if you're going to start fresh, you can purchase a brand new one or spawn one in using the command console. To do this, all you have to do is open the console by pressing the tilde key. It's the weird key next to the number 1 that looks like a little squiggly if you can't find it. That should open up a menu, and we can use one of 2 commands to get us the weapon or piece of gear that we need. Now, in order for this to work, you're going to need all the codes or IDs for these game assets, and I've linked to IGN's site that has it all cataloged. Using the link that I provided or another source where you can find these IDs, go ahead and pick your gear. You're going to use the command player.add_item followed by the ID, or you're going to type in player.placeAtMe, all one word, and the ID. The first command is going to drop that item in your inventory. The second command is going to drop that at your feet. You can use either. You don't have to use them both. Once you have the weapon that you want, drop it in front of you, either by using the second command, the place at me one, or by physically dropping it from your inventory. This is important. This is how we're going to modify these things. I would also make sure that you're in a space where it's okay for the weapon to fall so that you don't lose it. So if you're standing on the side of a cliff, maybe don't do it there, because then you're either going to have to go retrieve the weapon or you're going to have to spawn it again. Next, open up the console command and physically click on the weapon on the ground. I like to make sure that I'm in first person view before I do this and that I'm looking at it on the ground before we even open up the console. In the console command, click on the weapon to determine its new ID. This is not the ID that was used to spawn it in. This is unique to the piece of gear itself in the game that you will own. Input that new ID followed by a dot and the code AMOD. That is literally the letter A as in add, so it's AMOD or ADMOD, but type in AMOD. Insert a space and then pick a perk from the list of first slot perks to add to your gear. Close the console after you've entered your ID number and move your view away from the weapon or gear on the ground, and then come back to hover over it. You should see that it has updated. Rinse and repeat this action 2 more times, only this time pick a different perk from each of the following slots. So, if you do this correctly, you should have a perk from slot 1, perk from slot 2, and a perk from slot 3. In the console command window, you can use the up arrow on your keyboard to bring up the last thing that you entered, which is convenient when adding multiple perks back to back. You can delete the last perk ID you entered and then input the one that you want to add next, shortening the time spent adding these crazy numbers. Once you see that your once normal item is now legendary, pick it up and equip it. Just like any gear, you can now take this to a workbench and do to it whatever you see fit, making this gear even better. This works on weapons, spacesuits, helmets, and boost packs, as you're seeing now. It's pretty simple, and all you really need to know is where to find these item IDs. And again, I have those linked in the description. I've been having a blast just messing around with these codes to see what kind of crazy gear I can make, and then how powerful it actually is. I'd love to hear what you've done with this in the comments, and what weird combinations you've come up with, considering you can technically have access to 9 perks alone between your suit, helmet, and boost pack. Also, let me know what gun/perk combo you've come up with that's just crazy powerful. I might want to steal it. Alright, that's it. Like I said, it's a shorter than normal video here, but I think it was rather effective. And honestly, I hope you like this little trick. I did not come up with it, but in playing around with it, I've had a blast just doing some stupid things and making the game that much more fun. If you like videos on this kind of thing, let me know and I can explore more with the console commands and such. They're really useful and super cheaty, and they're definitely good for reducing the grindiness of the game, especially early on. Thanks for watching the video this far. If you found it to be helpful or gave you some good ideas, hit that thumbs up button, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. It means a lot and helps this content get through all the noise on YouTube. If you want to come and find me live, I'm on daily at twitch.tv/DreadCaptainJames, so swing on by and we can talk about stuff. We do a mix of No Man's Sky and Starfield at this point, so jump in and let's talk about things. I'm looking forward to hearing how you have used this in the comments, and thanks again for checking this out. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video.